Hi Brittany, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
That's good. I'm so glad that you're able to come and meet with me today. So as you know, we have a new child starting. His name is Danny. And we're going to start him off with doing the F2 part of the ABLES, which is requesting. He is able to point to things and reach for things, but now we want to encourage another form of communication, which is sign language. So like I said, it's about Danny, and I have, well, right now, if you'd like, I've printed out a copy of the skill acquisition program, as well as the checklist that I will be checking for to see the steps that you're taking for the session. So here, you can take a look at these.
Thank you.
While you can either look on your paper or you can look here with me on and follow through with the laptop.
Okay.
So again, we're doing a requesting program. Your materials. So we're going to use tangibles. You're going to use any sort of reinforcing items. We have tangibles, edibles, as well as social. Any sort of things that he might want to do. Your discriminative stimulus, it's what do you want, and then you're going to assign the item that he's requesting for. So let's say we have the water bottle and the iPad, and you reach for one. Oh, what do you want? Water.
Okay.
And then he is to imitate exactly what you're doing. So now if he does not, which he won't, because this is a first time thing, we're now introducing the program to him, you're going to have to use most to least prompting, starting with full physical. So with this being said, you're going to obviously you're going to ask him, what do you want? Water. Immediately prompt water, and you give him the water. I mean, in this situation, you're going to try to contrive situations where you can even be running a preference assessment, where you're switching, maybe something something less preferred for something more preferred, and have him, he really wants that block, so you're gonna go, what do you want? Block. And then have him sign it, and then give him the block. When you're doing an error correction procedure, you're doing it immediately, to also encourage him to be able to sign what he wants. I've provided a couple of cards which we will attach to a ring, in case that you may not know a certain sign. And that way too, you can quickly, I found the sign, and sign it for him. For the data collection, you're going to be using a requesting sheet. With this, it's a chart, and here, I'll show you. So it's a chart that you're going to write the name of the item, and for every time that you need to physically prompt him, it will be a minus. The minus indicates that he's not doing it independently, because that's where we want to reach. We really want to reach him imitating right after, on his own. So that way we can move on to the next step. So with this being said, you're going to put a minus or a plus sign in each consecutive boxes. If he has 3 consecutive plus signs within the session, he's gotten it. He understands physically, water, right after you state your SD. So far we've got, there's right here is indicated also a list of things that he may want, and so I have also attached the performance checklist if you'd like to take a look at that. It just talks about each step, sort of in the sense of how I just explained it to you. So just a quick overview. You gather up your materials, you run your little preference assessment, switching back and forth. He's going to reach for things because we're trying to encourage his manding. Again, contrive situations, which is very important. If you're unsure of a sign, what are you going to use?
Physical prompting?
If you're unsure of your signs, the signs that you're going to use
The cards.
Your cards. Great. And yeah, so you also, before I forget, it's important you fade your prompts. So you go from a full physical where you're, water, and then just slowly fade your prompt each time to, again, encourage independence. Yes, independence.
Okay.
Yeah, and make sure that you're reinforcing right away with the item that he has. So, do you have any questions in regards to the program?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, so you can take these things, look it over, and then we're going to run the session with him.
Okay.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right.